Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your career and finance reading for the month of October 2017. So, your current financial situation, here we have the Three of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation or birth announcement, and a need to have more fun. So, we also have the Three of Wands. So what I feel like is Scorpio season is actually coming towards the end of October. So I feel like maybe you guys are planning on having some kind of celebration. So by the end of October through to November, obviously you guys are going to be going out, you're going to be celebrating and things like that. And I just see you feeling really, really free. So your past influences, here we have the Knight of Water, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and invitation to a social event. So for some of you, your relationship could be having some kind of impact on your finances. And this is you as well, Scorpio, here with the Death card. This is all about endings, it's all about transformation. Okay, so I feel as well, and this has come up for a lot of signs throughout October, it's all about doing what you love, okay? And maybe for some of you, in terms of your career, there may have been a ending here with the Death card as well, and now it's like you're actually happy about it. So if there has been some kind of ending regarding work and career, you're kind of happy about it and you're just feeling much more free. Again, it doesn't have to be that, but I am seeing that maybe as well some of you might have made plans and you're very much putting these plans into action with the Three of Wands. Okay, so it's like you've taken a leap of faith and now you're actually going out and being productive and making things happen. So I do feel like you have big plans. Okay, and here we also have the Three of Water, so I feel like your plans as well could be coming into fruition and you're just feeling really, really positive and you could be celebrating that as well. Okay, so that's really, really good. Your current beliefs about your financial situation, here we have renewal, which is the Temperance card in the original Rider-Waite, and this has come out twice for you. So we have Temperance, which is actions that need to be taken to change the situation, and this is also your current beliefs. So you are definitely working really, really hard and walking towards what it is that you want. I feel like you're walking towards your destiny in terms of your career and your finances, so it's really, really positive. And if you are looking for a new partnership, if you are looking for something new, here the Two of Cups could signify the start of good business relationships and things like that, you know. So maybe for some of you that are going out and looking for work, you're going to possibly be starting a job and, you know, it's like you see eye to eye with somebody. Again, this could just be healthy relationships with colleagues at work, nothing romantic or anything like that, but I feel like there's just like a kind of mutual respect there and things are balanced. For some of you, you're balancing your relationship with your career, okay? So that's what I feel like. And your spiritual relationship with money and the lessons that need to be learned. Here we have the Four of Earth. It says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions given to those less fortunate. And here we have the King of Cups. So maybe you have a partner that you're spending a bit of money on, you know, because it does say that you're very, very giving. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone less fortunate, but here with the King of Cups, this is someone who cares deeply, okay? So I feel like you're spending time and money on people that you care for deeply. And here with the King of Cups as well, it can signify you just being happy and content with your situation right now, but there is a need to not be overly cautious, but not be too overspending as well. So, you know, I feel like really think of things from a logical point of view when it comes to finances. What can you afford to spend? What do you need to save? And things like that. Don't be too frivolous and don't be too cautious either. And again, the kind of thing for you throughout October is balance, okay? Temperance is all about balance. So you need to learn to balance, okay? Don't act on impulse, and again, don't be too generous. You know, I know that Scorpio's a really, really compassionate sign, and you guys really enjoy helping people and building people up and seeing people that you care about happy. So, but at the same time, you know, there is a need for balance and moderation. And again, I feel like that is the kind of theme for you for October. So the actions that need to be taken to change a situation. So again, we do have temperance, and we have competing goals, bothersome details, conflicts with others. So if there is some kind of argument or something like that, it will balance out, and you can definitely make this happen. So there's a need to balance conflicts and things like that. Now, this could be of a financial matter, so I'm not sure if maybe there's just some debts or something that need paying off, but I think you need to kind of be cautious, and again, not spend on impulse here as well, you know, because I am seeing a lot of emotion in your reading as well. And sometimes when we are emotional, you know, I'm a Scorpio rising, so, you know, I completely understand it. You can kind of tend to do what feels good, and I'm all for that, but sometimes there's a need to balance it with you know, just kind of strategic planning, and especially with finances as well. Okay, so things are definitely balancing out. If there has been conflicts or arguments or details around money, there's a need to balance it out, and I feel as though you definitely are. So what I find interesting as well is you do have really good relationships with your colleagues, but at the same time I feel like there's one or two people that you could be up against in terms of competition. So here again it says competing goals, bothersome details, conflicts with others. So there might be some kind of argument that you need to deal with, and you need to deal with it in a fair and balanced manner. Also, we have the 5 of it. It says a unwise choice, learn what you can from the situation, review everyone's motives. So in the workplace, you may feel like everyone's your friend, but Scorpio, you need to have your own back here. I do have to warn you. Here we have someone that's looking over their shoulders, and again, this is a bit of a warning to review everyone's motives. Again, if you are working in a highly competitive environment where you're up against lots of competition, the advice is not everyone is your friend. You might get on with them outside of work, but in the workplace it needs to be strictly that, and you have to have your own interests at heart. Okay, you need to remain in control of the situation, and I can see you kind of looking over your shoulder. There's all this competition here, there's arguments and things like that, so I would be very, very careful about who you trust. Even though you do have friends in the workplace, the advice is to review everyone's motives, and again, deal with things in a fair and balanced manner. So in your outcome, you have the Knight of Fire. So a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Do think things through carefully. So it goes back to what I was saying about not acting on emotional impulse and thinking things through logically. You know, I know that Scorpio is actually a very, very intelligent sign, and you guys, the thing I like about Scorpio is that you're able to see through the veil, so to speak. So it doesn't matter what someone's saying to you. It's not so much what they said, it's what they don't say, and it's how they say it, and you kind of understand what people's intentions are. So there is a need to use your Scorpio power for this, okay? And again, it's about not acting on impulse. The Knight of Fire can kind of be impulsive at times, so there's a need to really kind of restrain yourself here with temperance, because you are feeling really, really free. So if I kind of explain it like this, so this guy, he's out in the wilderness, and then this guy here is like on his horse, and he just wants to kind of go off and adventure and be free, if that makes sense. But there's a need to remain grounded, remain balanced, and deal with things in a logical manner. Okay, so you do need to think things through carefully regarding your finances as well. Again, you could be being a bit too cautious, you could be being a bit too frivolous, and being a bit too generous, I feel, as well. Okay, because here it's all about emotions, and I feel like you could be spending a bit too much money on someone as well, or again, you're just being a bit too cautious. So here we have the 2 of Pentacles as well, which speaks about juggling, and again, I'm going back to this Temperance card. It's all about balance here. So maybe you're trying to work your work life around your relationship, because I do feel as though your relationship could be having some kind of impact on your career. So there's a need to balance that out. Okay, and there is something that needs immediate attention. So if you do have unpaid bills and things like that, the advice is you need to balance it out. You need to balance your finances throughout October. So, and plan, think things through carefully and deal with this situation, okay? So if you do get a bit of money or something, I want you to kind of just save it, and so that if something does happen, you're prepared for it. But other than that, I don't see there being anything to really worry about. Just remain balanced, okay? So I hope you guys have a brilliant October, and I will see you for November's reading. Bye, Scorpio.